Step two, getting off, work. Step two, getting off, cause I need a break. Getting off, getting off work, cause I need a break.
Welcome everybody, B.O.K world. Thank you so much for tuning in to HipHop Angel Readings. My name is Kurtis with a K, and I'm here with a very special guest today. Her name is Shay Marie. She's a wonderful being of love and light. She is very intelligent and is coming here to do some great things in the world. And you can just see it in her eyes. She's a shining light. Shay Marie, thank you so much for joining us. Dude, how's everything been? Like what's 2015 been like for you?
2015. It was obviously a lot of change. Everybody goes through change. I'm kind of finding, during 2015, I was finding my independence. I moved away from home. I'm kind of just out in the world, not with myself, I'm with my boyfriend, but just kind of separate from family, which family just means so much to me. I've been really tight-knit with them and really dependent on them, not necessarily like dependent for emotional relationships, and I'm kind of finding myself trying to go out and like relate with other people, which is a big deal for me because I'm kind of overcoming fears and learning to do new experiences that aren't just sitting at home in the comfort of your family, you know?
Yeah.
So it's been a lot of change in that way. It's been a lot of confusion because I'm kind of realizing that I need to take responsibility for myself, but then I wasn't really sure what I want to do with myself, and I was just really confused. Like, what do I do with all this energy that I have? What do I do with all these ideas that I have? It seems like one day I'm waking up with one motive, and then the next day something totally different. I'm like, I need some focus. Everything's too confusing. So 2015's just kind of been like me pushing away all the things that are confusing me and leading me in different directions and trying to find a focus and like let my energy go into one thing so I can excel at it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally understand that. I feel very, very similar to that, to you. As like a majority of it, of 2015 for me has been focusing on what truly matters in my life to elevate me to the next stage of my spiritual path, and just really shedding what doesn't serve me anymore and having the courage and confidence to move forth and like, this is what I want.
Definitely.
I already see myself, I feel it.
Cleaning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I have that now. I have my focal point. I know where I'm going. I know what I'm doing. I know what I want to study. I'm studying it already. And it's my journey, you know? It's like I know who I am and I know my purpose. And so now it's just working out and just following 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Almost exactly the same with me.
Nice.
It's a matter of putting the work in, but I'm just glad that I have the focal point now, that I have the place that I'm going.
Yeah.
You know, instead of just consistent pulling in different directions. Because when you just let the world pull you, they're going to pull you, you know?
Yeah, it's
They're going to
true.
take you wherever they want to take you, like they being just whatever interests or problems, whatever it is, you know, it's going to pull you away if you don't have a direct place that you're going to and you don't have a strong, you know, gate when you're walking, you know, a strong place.
Yeah, like that laser beam.
Yeah.
Keeping that laser beam like straight on manifesting that highest vision of ourselves and bringing that into physical form. And then once that is, then we'll see what happens from there.
Yeah, and then there's going to be another new focal point.
Yeah.
Building little mountains everywhere.
Yeah.
Climbing mountains.
Building castles in the sky. Yeah. Bill Withers is cool. I like Bill Withers. So is that, how do you feel about 2016? Do you you like have a vision of yourself in 2016, or how do you feel about it?
I definitely feel like I have a lot more actual tangible goals for 2016 and a lot of actual places that I'm going. And I think for me, just knowing that I'm going there, whether or not it's accomplished in 2016 or not, I think that I'm going to be a lot happier this year just because I have destinations, you know?
Yeah.
I think I have a lot of room too. Like I left myself, like I have all these different goals that I'm trying to meet, but I think I also have room for surprises too, which excites me because I always know every year doesn't go how you think it's gonna go. You can plan every day to an exact schedule, and guaranteed for at least 1 hour of that day you're gonna be somewhere you never even imagined you'll be. And so that's exciting too, just to wonder like where am I gonna go that I don't necessarily have planned? Like where am I gonna be taken, you know?
Yeah, very true, because the wind is always blowing. It blows in different directions, and so it's, I feel it's like opening up our wings and going with the wind, and also having that focal point to kind of like, the wind may take us, may sway us, left and right, but we're still moving forward towards that.
That's a perfect way to illustrate that.
Yeah.
Like you're flying, but you're still moving side to side, but you're still going in the direction, whatever direction you're going. I love that. I'll think about that.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah. We're Earth Angels. And speaking of that, let's get into the Oracle card reading. And the intention of this is to give guidance to Shay McCorvey.
It's a hard name.
Shay McCorvey, and give guidance for the upcoming year. And the first card will be the beginning of the year. The second card will be the middle of the year. And the third card will be the end of the year, 2016. And so I ask Shay McCorvey's angels, spirit guides, and higher self to guide the card that best resonates for her for the upcoming year. And this first card, thank you, Ascended Masters, for being present. Yeah. No? Okay, here we go. And here are the cards. And so, the first card, purification. Purification at the start of the year. How do you feel about that?
I feel like that makes sense for related to my goals, but it's also kind of daunting because it's kind of one of those things that I'm trying to, I don't want to say avoid, because of course I want, to move up and up, but purification to me kind of means focusing in and staying away from some of the things that might tempt me. So it might be like purifying my mind and purifying like my daily activities, trying to remain pure in kind of most of the things that I do. And that kind of seems like a daunting task, like something that I was, I guess, trying to put off, but you really shouldn't kind of thing. So it's kind of like a reminder to me like, hey, no, stay on track. Like the first card is like purification, do it. It's the first step to meet your other goals, So that actually makes total sense.
Sweet. Yeah.
Such a beautiful card too.
Yeah, what does it look like? What comes to you?
Well, I like the pattern that's around her. It's like her aura is kind of, I don't know if that's what they're trying to illustrate, but to me it looks like that's her personal aura and like the aura of her mind, and she's just like keeping everything in check, and like it's her body is there, but everything that's surrounding her body is also important in the picture.
Yeah.
And that to me means like I need to make sure that not just my body is pure, because I'm really always trying to purify my body, but like to make sure that everything surrounding my body, my energies are being purified and taken care of just as well.
Yeah,
which is kind of what I was talking about, the daunting task for me, is kind of moving from like a bodily mindset and making sure my body's doing everything it's supposed to do, to like making sure that I'm taking care of everything else that's a part of my being, you know?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the hard part for me, because it's easy for me to take care of my body, like like that's just something that comes more naturally to me, but taking care of my being, like everything that's not just the physical, is a little more like uncharted territory for me, I guess. So it's something to get into and to work on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so just meditating on that, you know, and just asking how may I be best of service to myself? How can I best heal, grow, and develop myself to be more pure and to shine my light in its purest form? You know, just ask yourself these questions and the answer will come. You know, have a piece of paper and pen, write them down as they come, so that way you can always have them there and put them somewhere where it's like a constant reminder, like, do these things, because you can forget.
Yeah, or be taken in those directions I was talking about before.
Yeah.
If you don't have that focal point, then you're not going to make it.
Yeah, it's true. Or it'll take you longer to get to where you need to go, instead of just like, hey, you can just get there this year instead of waiting 5 years. You just get there now. And so, yeah, it's good. So that's the beginning of the year, and the middle of the year, freedom. Freedom. Having more freedom in the year. You know, after purifying, being more free, being more open, like free expression, like freely express yourself, your mind, and your creativity. You know, let people know who you are, and like this is me. I'm blooming. You know, not as like a boastful thing, but just naturally it happens when you start to purify yourself, when you just tune into the consistency of your beingness and allowing your light to shine. And you do that through creativity, and the more you allow yourself to create and to be abundant, the more freedom we'll have. Like that comes with freedom, like self-freedom it'll just manifest more freedom to you and to have everything that you want. And however else that it comes to you too. How do you feel?
I think that this relates to me really physically, well, because I'm having, like, the middle of the year would be summer, I'm guessing, and so summer is, like, literally my free time. I go to school, so I would have free time in the summer, and I have just, like, 200 different ideas for what I want to do at that time, and this is kind of telling me, like, that is your free time, like, whatever you're doing there, like, you're going to be free doing, and I think it's cool that she looks like she's on vacation. She looks like she's in a really nice, happy place.
Yeah.
I'm like, maybe I'm going to be free from my responsibilities in Fresno. No, but this card definitely resonates with me. I kind of felt like almost like I'm going to be getting freedom from myself, like some of the things that are keeping me down in a way, like that maybe I'll be free from those chains and just like really, like you were saying, like be able to express myself fully instead of feeling just brought down from some of the issues that come across.
Yeah, because I know you have a beautiful voice. I've heard you sing before.
Thank you.
Your voice is, oh my gosh. Did you sing again? Yeah.
That feels so good.
It's true. Like honestly, once I've had ideas of like having different people sing different choruses, and like in certain songs that come to mind. I know your name definitely pops up, and singing some of the choruses, or just being involved with the creation process of my music. You know, that's you have a very beautiful voice, and that's something that is a gift to you, that you have. And even though
Thank you.
Yeah.
That makes me feel so good. I've been having, like, my voice has been agitating me lately. I'm trying to sing songs that are, like, really challenging for me, just trying to push my voice, you know? And so it feels really good to have somebody, like, remind me that it's not all bad, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's not, like, every song I sing isn't the most challenging song I've ever sung. It's not always, like, sometimes it's good and pleasant, you know? People like it.
Yeah.
So, like,
it's
that,
true.
like, means a lot to me today, especially because, like, the last week has really been, like, just vocally straining. So that was extra special of a compliment.
Aw, well,
Thank you.
you're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah. Freedom of expression in the voice. Beautiful. All right. Toward the end of the year, the persistence, keeping your mind's eye on the prize, and fully manifesting the creation that you choose to focus on, and being persistent in that manifestation and keep on going with it, because it'll lead you to where you want to be, what your heart truly desires, and having that faith that it will happen with persistent action and organization, that it's going to happen. Like, this is happening. Like, when it happens, it's just a matter of when. And so just by purifying your thoughts, purifying your energy, your mind and spirit, and freely expressing yourself in however you choose to express yourself, you'll find that you'll have more freedom to do what you really want. And you'll truly find, like, this is what I want to do. Like, no doubt, this is my purpose. And then you'll have that, and you'll, like, have the urge to just be persistent with it. And that's this extra reminder, like, be persistent with that. When you come to that point, you'll just know. And it's like, okay, how can I be more organized? Like, what's the success formula? Which mentor do I need to talk to? Or where do I need to be? And how may I be best of service with this? Like, and just, like, truly connect with your source and be guided, and just keep on keeping on with, you know, what you're doing and the guidance that you receive, and be persistent with it. And then 2017, we can do another one of these and see where it goes.
Next. I think that card's kind of telling me, like, don't get too excited. Like, don't, okay, you met this goal, good, you made it, and just sit on my throne and be happy about it. Like, no, next thing, you know? Like, just keep going, and you're going to get better and better and more, and just everything's going to keep coming to you. But you have to, like you were saying, just remain persistent and just keep, like, next year, there's going to be more cards. Next year, there's going to be more goals and ideas and different things that I want to manifest. And I think that's just kind of a reminder to me that at the end of the year, when hopefully, like, things are coming to a close and I've become what I want to be for the next year, that doesn't mean that you just stay that person. Like, you consistently persist to be the next better version of yourself, next better version, until, I mean, we'll just keep going forever, you know?
Yeah.
It's never going to end, which is the beautiful thing. Next year I'm going to have a whole new set of ideas that I can't even imagine what it's going to be for next year, because we're just at this year, you know?
Yeah, so true.
A new surprise.
Right. You will be totally different, like a whole new person, and a whole new outlook with another year of experience under our belt. And just, who knows where the world will be at that point too, you know, along with our spiritual path and the ripple effect that we have on the universe and people around us. Because it's constantly, like, we're, you know, universe, source, God is always talking to us and, you know, providing and giving, and it's just having that trust that we're always provided for, we're always taken care of. You know, we're walking our purpose, walking the walk. We're always provided for, always. It's just having that faith and trust within yourself and within God, that everything will be okay.
Thank you. That is so beautiful. That is like hit me.
So, yeah. Is there anything else you would like to share or feel?
I just feel really like this reinforces my focus. I just feel like I kind of have, like you were saying, I can come back and watch this too. I kind of have like a good roadmap now to make sure that I stay on track with things and something to kind of guide me through next year's path, you know?
Yeah.
And I just really appreciate you inviting me and being so welcoming to have me have a new experience. I've never been in a room with so many lights.
Yeah, it's
so it's so cool to
pretty
experience
cool.
something new and kind of like push my limits a little bit. Like I said, I want to keep like pushing limits and relating to people in new ways. And I appreciate you and just everything you have to offer.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kurtis.
Thank you. I appreciate it so much. Well, I'm just as grateful having you here, you know, because each reading that I do, I'm also learning more about myself as well. And it just gives me, it solidifies certain things that are happening in my path, in my life. It gives me insight as well. And I'm always grateful to be of service and to just be the person that I am. You know, I find authentic joy and love that being the channel of God, being a channel of God, and giving guidance and service, and you know, the way that I can in this moment, you know, and just keep on pressing forward with being persistent with this and other ideas that are currently manifesting in this moment as well.
Okay.
And so we are all blessed and guided and having so much that we are feeling so high with love, gratitude, and joy. And everybody else is starting to see that the silence is no longer noise. It's also the in between the lines that we find all the answers, and we come in tune with who we are, then everything is just like no longer a second glance. It's more just like, that is the land where I want to be, and so I see myself there now and I feel it, and voila, here we be. So being persistent and having that loving heart and being open, we consistently keep on manifesting and unfolding the highest good that we are. So keep shining like a star, purifying your thought, mind, and soul and spirit, and you'll see that everything will want to be with it. Thank you.
Kurtis.
You're welcome. And thank you everybody out there for tuning in to Hip Hop Angel Readings. My name is B.O.K, aka Kurtis with a K. You guys are blessed and you guys are on the right path. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to hit like or subscribe, and we'll see you next time. All right? Peace, world. Be okay.